Turkey is home to 2 of the 7 ancient wonders of the world and 21 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Turkey is also known for being home to ancient historical sites, delicious food, beautiful beaches, and the famous Turkish bath. About 95% of Turkey is in Asia, 5% in Europe, and Turkey is the perfect mixture of a meeting of cultures between East and West. Welcome to the beautiful country of Turkey, the land of history, culture, and natural wonders. Ankara is the capital of Turkey. Here you can see Anıtkabir, the mausoleum of Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, the founder of modern Turkey. The site is a large, impressive structure with a grand courtyard and beautiful stone walkways. Inside you will find Atatürk's tomb, which is a symbol of respect and admiration from the Turkish people. Anıtkabir is not just a place of remembrance, but also a symbol of Turkey's modern history and its journey towards independence and progress. I am in the spectacular city of Istanbul, the only city in the world that spans across 2 continents, Europe and Asia. Istanbul was the capital of 2 powerful empires, the Byzantine and the Ottoman. And it was known as the Second Rome or Nova Roma in ancient times. There is an endless list of things to do in the majestic city of Istanbul, from food to history to culture to architecture. But let's take a look at some of the top things to do and see in Istanbul. Merhaba and welcome to Istanbul. I'm excited to share with you our 3-day plan for exploring the beautiful city of Istanbul. In this video, I'll be covering where to stay, what to see, what are the various transportation options and currency. So please watch till the end of this video for the information. Istanbul, the most visited city in the world in 2023, with over 20 million tourists, is a bustling metropolis. Home to over 15 million people, it's a melting pot of cultures and religions. If you drive or take a taxi or bus, you will experience the city's infamous traffic. But Istanbul's modern trams and metro makes getting around cheaper, faster, and easier. You can buy a metro card from kiosk at any metro station, and all you need is a copy of the metro map to get around Istanbul. The official currency of Turkey is the Turkish lira, and if you need cash, no problems. ATMs and currency exchange shops are widely available throughout Istanbul. Credit cards work, but carry some cash, Turkish lira, when you're in Istanbul. English is spoken in Istanbul, but not everyone speaks English, so keep Google Translate handy. Our day 1-2 began at the Hippodrome of ancient Constantinople. This arena was the heart of Byzantine social life, hosting chariot races and public gatherings. The majestic granite obelisk from the 15th century BC was erected in the Great Temple of Karnak in Luxor, Egypt. But in 390 AD, one of the Roman emperors transported this ancient relic to Constantinople, and it was re-erected right here in the Hippodrome. A short walk from the Hippodrome took us to the Blue Mosque or Sultan Ahmad Mosque, a masterpiece of Ottoman architecture. Remember, Istanbul is home to many beautiful mosques, and it's important to follow the dress code, and you should dress respectfully when visiting these sacred sites. Before it became the majestic Blue Mosque we see today, this site was occupied by the Great Palace of Constantinople, the primary residence of Byzantine emperors for over 800 years. The mosque was completed in 1616 and is famous for its beautiful blue Isnik tiles that adorn its interior. It remains an active mosque today, welcoming visitors from around the world. Next, we visited the magnificent Hagia Sophia. Originally built as a Christian cathedral in 537 AD, it stood as the world's largest cathedral for nearly 1,000 years before becoming a mosque in 1453. In 1453, Constantinople fell to the Ottoman Turks and the Byzantine Empire came to an end, and the name of the city was changed from Constantinople to Istanbul. Though Turkey has a Muslim majority population, Turkey is a secular country. Today, Hagia Sophia is a mosque and a museum. Mosque is on the ground floor and is open to the Muslims, and the first floor is open to all visitors. Its dome and stunning mosaics are a testament to the Byzantine architecture. One of the most striking features inside the Hagia Sophia are its Christian mosaics. These mosaics, some dating back to the 9th century, depict biblical figures such as Jesus and Mary. Steps away from the Hagia Sophia is the Topkapi Palace, a symbol of the grandeur and history of the Ottoman Empire. This splendid palace served as the primary residence of Ottoman sultans for nearly 400 years. One of the most fascinating parts of Topkapi Palace is the harem. This private sanctuary was the home of the Sultan's family and his concubines. Its intricately decorated rooms and corridors reflect the luxury and secrecy of palace life. From Topkapi Palace, either you can walk or take the tram to the Grand Bazaar. The Grand Bazaar is one of the oldest and largest covered markets in the world. With over 4,000 shops, it's a treasure trove of spices, textiles, jewelry, and more. On the way back to our hotel, we stopped by the Aqueduct of Valens. This aqueduct was built in the 4th century to provide water to the city. This impressive structure stretches over 900 meters and stands as a reminder of the city's Roman heritage. Before we get to day 2, let me share some of the options you have to go to the city from the airport. Istanbul Airport is one of the busiest airports in the world, but offers several convenient ways to get to the heart of the city. Havaş Airport Shuttle is available and provides comfortable and reliable bus services to various parts of Istanbul. You can catch a Havaş bus right outside the arrival terminal. The journey takes approximately 45 to 90 minutes, depending on traffic and your destination. Another great option is the metro, but you may have to change from metro to a tram depending on your destination. If you prefer a more direct and private option, yellow taxis would be the best option. Day 2 started with an early morning visit to the Spice Bazaar. Built in 1660, it was originally named the Egyptian Bazaar because it was constructed with the revenues from Egypt, then an Ottoman province. Walking through the L-shaped Spice Bazaar is a sensory delight, with vibrant colors and rich aromas filling the air. The flower market next to the Spice Bazaar is a must visit for anyone looking to experience the softer, more vibrant side of Istanbul's market culture. The Galata Bridge links Sultanahmet and Taksim areas of Istanbul on the European side. If you feel like learning about Istanbul's history and doing some sightseeing, Sultanahmet is the place to visit. For shopping and a buzzing nightlife, Taksim is the place to go. We must cross the bridge to go to Galata Tower and Taksim Square. Trams and taxis are available, but walk the bridge. Walk the bridge for that Istanbul experience. As you walk along the Galata Bridge, you will see a blend of daily life and leisure activities. One of the most popular pastimes here is fishing. Locals and visitors alike, they gather on the bridge to fish in the waters of the Golden Horn. The iconic Galata Tower offers panoramic views of Istanbul, giving you a bird's eye view of the city's sprawling landscape. Whether you are a food enthusiast or not, enjoying a slice of San Sebastian cheesecake under the Galata Tower is a must-do. So, when you are in Istanbul, make sure to indulge in a slice of San Sebastian cheesecake from Vienna Kavasi. Our day 2 tour concluded in the heart of Taksim Square. Taksim is not only a public square, but this entire neighborhood is one of the most frequented tourist areas in the city. From Taksim Square, we took a stroll down the Istiklal Street, a lively pedestrian avenue that stretches for almost 1.5 kilometers. It's lined with boutiques, cafes, and historical buildings, showcasing the vibrant life of modern Istanbul. The nostalgic Taksim tram is a beloved symbol of Istanbul's rich heritage. First introduced in the late 19th century, these trams serve as a primary means of transport for Istanbul's residents. Taksim Square and Istiklal Street are the best locations for nightlife in Istanbul. We enjoyed in a sweet treat at Faruk Galoglu, famous for its delicious baklava at their Taksim store location. I strongly recommend this, okay? This traditional Turkish dessert made of layers of pastry filled with chopped nuts and sweetened with honey is a must try. Now that you have seen the different areas of Istanbul, you might ask, which area is the best location for visitors to stay? First up is Sultanahmet, the heart of historic Istanbul. This area is perfect for first-time visitors, as it's home to many of the city's most famous landmarks. Staying here means you will be just steps away from Hagia Sophia, the Blue Mosque, and Topkapi Palace. Then we have Taksim area, known for its lively atmosphere and vibrant nightlife. This neighborhood is perfect for those who want to be in the thick of the action. From trendy bars and restaurants to historic sites like the Galata Tower, Taksim area has something for everyone. Let's move on to day 3. On day 3, we visited the mystical basilica system. This ancient underground reservoir, built in the 6th century, is supported by 336 marble columns and was used to store water for the Great Palace of Constantinople. The dim lighting and the reflections on the water create an eerie yet beautiful atmosphere. There are 2 Medusa heads believed to have been brought from a Roman era building or a temple. One head is positioned sideways while the other is upside down. No one knows why the heads are placed like this, but there are many creative interpretations. To wrap up our incredible trip, we went for a Bosphorus cruise, both day and dinner cruise. The Bosphorus Strait is a natural strait that links the Black Sea to the Sea of Marmara, and it separates the European side of Istanbul from the Asian side of Istanbul. Actually, the cruise helped us to get a much better view of Dolmabahce Palace and the Ortaköy Mosque that we wouldn't get otherwise from the land. The highlight of the evening was the traditional Turkish night on the cruise, complete with music, dance and a sumptuous feast, making it a perfect end to our Istanbul trip. The Grand Mosque is one of the most famous mosques in Turkey, located in the city of Bursa. It was built in the 14th century during the Ottoman Empire, and it's known for its impressive size and its beautiful design. Inside the Bursa Grand Mosque, there is a fascinating and unique feature on the minbar. Minbar is the pulpit where the Imam stands to deliver sermons. The minbar has an intricate design, and one of its most interesting aspects is the depiction of the solar system. It's a remarkable feature because it reflects the advanced knowledge of astronomy that was present during the Ottoman period. The Green Mosque was built in the 15th century during the Ottoman Empire and is known for its elegant design and peaceful atmosphere. Inside the mosque, you can find intricate tile work, especially in shades of green and blue, which gives the mosque a unique and calming feel. Cappadocia is famous for its unique geological features called fairy chimneys, but this fairy tale landscape is just a teaser. Cappadocia is mesmerizing and offers a magical experience unlike any other. Check it out! Welcome to our unforgettable journey through the enchanting region of Cappadocia. Stay with me as I take you through some of its most iconic attractions. Love Valley is one of Cappadocia's most iconic and picturesque landscapes, famous for its penis-shaped rock pillars. These otherworldly towering formations were created over millions of years by volcanic eruptions, wind and water erosion. No trip to Cappadocia is complete without a hot air balloon ride. A hot air balloon ride over Cappadocia is truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience, offering romance, beauty and tranquility. Since I have done hot air balloon ride elsewhere, I was initially not keen on doing it again, but the unique beauty of the landscape changed my mind. We had to wake up early morning at 3 a.m. for the ride, and by 5 a.m. we rose gently above the surreal fairy tale landscape, witnessing the sun's first light paint the valleys in hues of gold. Floating high above the chimneys and caves, it was a breathtaking experience that captured the essence of Cappadocia's beauty. Hot air balloon ride in Cappadocia is very expensive comparatively, and I would recommend booking your tickets in advance. Weather condition is a big factor, and they might cancel if weather is unfavorable. So be flexible with your plans when you're in Cappadocia, okay? For those craving a bit of adventure, the 4x4 Land Rover Safari is a must. We had an exhilarating ride through the rugged terrain, exploring valleys, caves and panoramic viewpoints. It was an off-road experience that revealed Cappadocia's wild and untamed side. Next, we visited the charming town of Avanos, known for its ancient pottery tradition. Situated along the Kızılırmak River, Avanos is a blend of old and new, with its cobbled streets and vibrant markets. Strolling through the bustling markets, we found lots of local crafts and souvenirs, and each item tells a story of Avanos' cultural heritage. There is one treat you absolutely must try: Turkish ice cream. Turkish ice cream vendors are famous for their playful tricks. They skillfully spin, toss and tease, making it a fun challenge to finally get your hands on that delicious ice cream. Gourmet Open Air Museum is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Before I get to the Open Air Museum, let me set some context. Cappadocia is one of the most important centers for Christianity. Christianity that emerged in Jerusalem spread over time, and as Christians were subjected to persecutions, they sought settlements in order to worship freely and to defend themselves. One of the most important settlements is Cappadocia. This incredible complex of rock-cut churches and monasteries dates back to the 10th century and is adorned with stunning frescoes. The churches and monasteries in this area offer the opportunity to make a mystical journey into the past. Our final stop was the Pamukkale underground city, one of the largest and oldest underground cities in the region. Carved out of the soft volcanic rock, this subterranean city dates back to the Hittite period around 2000 BC, later expanded by early Christians seeking refuge from the invaders. As we walk through its tunnels and chambers, we can only marvel at the ingenuity and resilience of its inhabitants. The complex is ingeniously designed with 8 floors, each serving different purposes, from living quarters to storage rooms. Visitors are allowed only up to the 4th floor underground for safety reasons. In Turkish language, Pamukkale means cotton castle. The main attraction in Pamukkale are the white travertine terraces, which were formed by the calcium-rich waters flowing down the hillside for thousands and thousands of years. Pamukkale is in the southwest of Turkey, a 6 hours drive from Istanbul, and this is where you will find the stunning landscape that will truly take your breath away. Walking barefoot across these terraces is a unique experience, allowing visitors to feel the warm, mineral-rich water. The water flows over the edge of the white terraces. It cools and deposits the minerals, creating the unique stepped formations we see today. The water, rich in minerals like calcium and bicarbonate, is said to have healing properties. The hot springs that feed these terraces have been used as a spa since the 2nd century BC. Pamukkale is a fantastic destination where you can experience both ancient structures and the natural wonders of the world. Just above Pamukkale lies the ancient city of Hierapolis, a UNESCO World Heritage Site which was founded in the 2nd century BC by the Attalid kings of Pergamon. Hierapolis was a thriving center for arts, philosophy, and trade. The name Hierapolis is of Greek origin, meaning sacred city, and today visitors can explore the well-preserved ruins of the ancient city of Hierapolis. One of the most impressive structures in Hierapolis is the Roman theatre. Built in the 2nd century AD, this grand amphitheatre could seat up to 15,000 spectators. It is remarkably well preserved with its towering stage buildings and intricate reliefs depicting mythological scenes. No visit to Pamukkale and Hierapolis would be complete without a dip in Cleopatra's Pool, also known as the Antique Pool. According to legend, this pool was a gift from Mark Antony to Cleopatra, who cherished its beauty and believed in its rejuvenating powers. This pool is fed by the same hot springs that create the terraces of Pamukkale. Whether you're walking across the shimmering terraces or exploring the ruins of a once great city or immersing yourself in the legendary waters of Cleopatra's Pool, Pamukkale promises to captivate your senses and leave you with lasting memories. Tuz Golu, also known as the Salt Lake, is a large saltwater lake located in central Turkey. It is one of the largest lakes in the country and gets its name because the water in the lake is very salty. In fact, it's so salty that in some parts you can walk on the surface without sinking. Tuz Golu is a beautiful, quiet place, especially in the summer when the sun reflects off the salt, creating a stunning, almost otherworldly landscape. The lake's unique beauty and salt production make it a special spot in Turkey. The epic poem, the Iliad, written by the Greek writer Homer, is about the story of the ancient city called Troy or Troya. In the story, Paris, Prince of Troy, elopes with Queen Helen of Sparta. Yes, I'm talking about the same Helen Christopher Marlowe wrote about. And it goes like this. Was this the face that launched 1,000 ships and burned the topless towers of Ilion? Sweet Helen, make me immortal with a kiss. Ilium is the Greek name for Troy, and Troy is an ancient city in Turkey, famous for its role in Greek mythology in the story of the Trojan horse and war. After the prince and the queen eloped, the furious Greeks launched 1,000 ships, sailed across the Aegean Sea to Troy to bring Helen back to Sparta. The Greeks tricked the Trojans into bringing a giant wooden horse into their city, leading to its downfall. Troy is a popular tourist destination where visitors can explore the ancient ruins and learn about its mythological and historical significance. It's a place that connects legends with real history, making it a fascinating spot to visit. Ephesus is Turkey's most important archaeological site. It's one of the world's most well-preserved Greco-Roman cities and a must-see when visiting Turkey. Ephesus is important to Christianity. In the New Testament, in the Bible, we can read Apostle Paul's letter to the people of Ephesus in the book of Ephesians. Ephesus is an ancient city full of history, culture, and spiritual significance. Located in the southwest of Turkey, Ephesus is 6 hours drive from Istanbul. If you're going to visit Ephesus ancient city, it's a good idea to take a guided tour instead of going alone. A guide can help you learn about the history and interesting facts about the ancient site. Also, most guided tours include a trip to the house of the Virgin Mary, which is only 20 minutes away from Ephesus. Ephesus is an ancient Greek city that was founded in the 10th century BC, and it flourished under both Greek and Roman rule. It's famous for its impressive buildings and its connection to early Christianity, especially with Paul the Apostle. The city was home to one of the 7 churches of Asia mentioned in the Bible in the book of Revelation. There are a lot of things to see in the ruins of Ephesus, like the Odeon, a small theater where they had political meetings, as well as different temples, houses, and marketplaces. The Library of Celsus, built in the 2nd century AD, was an amazing ancient library similar to the famous one in Alexandria, Egypt. It held over 15,000 scrolls, with some coming from as far as Babylon. Today only the front wall of the library remains, but it is still one of the most beautiful sites in Ephesus, serving as a quiet reminder of one of Rome's greatest architectural achievements in modern-day Turkey. Public toilets were common in the Roman Empire, especially for poor people who couldn't afford a private toilet at home. For their time, these public toilets were quite advanced. They were built over a sewer, and there was a water channel that ran in front of the benches. I think you can guess why they needed water running in front of the toilets. The Roman Empire was a major center for trade, and one of the most common trades was prostitution, just like in any other ancient civilizations. On the Marble Road, there are carvings that seem to advertise a brothel. The carvings show symbols like a cross, a woman, a heart, a foot, a money purse, and a library with a hole in the rock. This was like an ancient GPS that directed people to the brothel. You can find a similar GPS at the ruins of Pompeii in Italy. The Great Theatre could hold 25,000 people and was used for plays, gladiator fights, and public events. It was first built during the Hellenistic period, but the Romans later expanded it to make it bigger. What makes this theatre more special beyond its size is its significance in early Christianity. Tradition says that Apostle Paul gave a sermon in this theatre, speaking out against the worship of the pagan goddess Artemis. According to the Bible, in Acts of the Apostles, chapter 19, verses 23 to 41, the theatre was also where the riot of the silversmiths happened. The silversmiths, who made silver statues of Artemis, were angry because Paul's preaching was very bad for their business. Not far from Ephesus is an important Christian site, the house of the Virgin Mary. This simple stone house is believed to be where Mary, the mother of Jesus, spent her last years. According to Christian beliefs, the Apostle John brought Mary to Ephesus after Jesus' crucifixion, and it is believed that she lived in this house for the last 7 years of her life. Photography is not allowed inside this house. People from all over the world visit this place to pray, light candles, and leave written prayers on the wishing wall outside the house.